going live on Instagram wherever you're going. We'll just wait a couple minutes, see if anyone shows, and then we'll get started. Okay, I won't lie, I'm like a little nervous because I'm with you guys, but I'm not with you guys. So, you're going to have to interact with me a little bit, ask me some questions. But I also brought some stuff, some props. For starters, my prop Murphy. Murphy is a weighted stuffed animal dinosaur, and I lay him on me sometimes. So if I get really nervous during this live, I'll just put him on my lap like this. And then you guys will know I'm nervous. And then you can comment and be like, don't be nervous. Everything's going well. Good, just working and singing. Yeah, everyone go check out Abraham Thomas. He's an awesome singer. I did a competition with him in, was it 2020 or 2021? If it was 2020, I don't know. We should have been wearing masks the whole time. I feel like it was, yeah, because we were wearing masks. Anyway, he's an amazing singer. You have a YouTube stuff, don't you? If you want to plug it, you totally can. So I brought a little get to know you bag. Have you guys ever seen those? I think they're podcasts. They might be interviews, but basically, there's a little bag, and inside there's little things that's kind of represent who you are. So I'm going to pull out little things and tell you guys what they symbolize and why I put them in my get to know you bag. Okay. So first, I put hot sauce in my get to know you bag because I can't eat anything without hot sauce for real. Like nothing. Nothing goes in my mouth without some spice. I don't know why. Without it, it tastes bland. Maybe it's a sodium issue. Maybe it's because I'm from the US and so I just love sodium way too much. Hey, Queen. Hi, how are you? Oh, I'm so happy you got to join. What time is it where you're at? I hope it's not too late. I also brought my passport. I put it in my bag because I love to travel. I haven't traveled, obviously, very much lately because of COVID. I was supposed to go to China in 2020, and then obviously that trip got canceled, so that kind of sucked. But anyway, the last place I was at was Hungary, Eastern Europe. I traveled through Eastern Europe, so I was in Italy, then I went to Slovenia, then I went to Croatia, and then I went up to Budapest. So Hungary, it was super fun, super challenging. Again, I was backpacking, so it wasn't glamorous. It was like lots of walking. I had a huge backpack on my back, blisters on my feet for months after. Anyway, yeah, but the reason we're here is because of 10K subscribers on YouTube, just so we're all clear. I forgot to say that, but I'm feeling super, super grateful about that. Only Love Can Hurt Like This, obviously, really popped off, and you guys really connected with that song, and that made me so, so happy. That was a really emotional song for me to sing. And the lyrics, I mean, it's a well-written song from the get-go. Paloma Faith does an amazing job singing Only Love Can Hurt Like This. And so I just was grateful and humbled enough to be able to, even sing the same song that she got to sing and have it kind of blow up in a sense. And it totally did. And I'm so grateful for that. I was looking at my subscriber count difference, and last April 2021, our subscriber count was 500, and now it's at 10,100. So a super big victory. Thank you guys so much for all your support and help. The comments help. Everything helps. Oh, let's see what time. 11:03 p.m., but I want to watch you live, so maybe I'll sleep later. You're so cute. Thank you for losing sleep over me. You're adorable. Anyway, yeah, I'm super happy about 10K subscribers. Keep liking, sharing, and, with your friends if you want. And even just watching and being a part of my journey is enough for me. I'm so, so grateful. So just to recap, this is my get to know you bag. Inside it is many things. I pulled out hot sauce because I love hot sauce, and I put spice on everything that I eat, even when it's not necessary. So, and then I grabbed my passport because I love to travel. I went to Eastern Europe in 2019, I believe, and it was the best experience of my life. It was backpacking, and I was, a poor college kid, so it's not like it was super glamorous, but it was a lot of fun. The next thing I pulled out is a loofah because I love baths. I also like showering, but baths are super relaxing and nice, you know? They've kind of got a vibe to them that can't really be beat. So yeah, sometimes I'll just sit in the bath, I'll light a candle and I'll read, you know, try and pretend I'm the main character. And then the next thing I brought is this really rundown, broken pocket dictionary. It's a Spanish dictionary. I love Spanish, and in general, I love language learning. It's my favorite. That's why when you guys comment on my YouTube in different languages, I will comment back in your language because I appreciate language so much. I don't always know the language that I'm commenting back in, and Google Translate is my best friend. So if I comment back to you and it makes no sense in the language that you're commenting in, it's because I have no clue what I'm talking about. However, I would say I'm probably like intermediately fluent in Spanish. It's one of my favorite languages. I love Spanish. I took it for 2 years in college, and I was around it a lot growing up. I live in Utah, so there's lots of Latino people here, Latina and Latino people from Central and South America. So I get to hear Spanish a lot and be around Spanish a lot. Spanish is like my favorite, but English is my first language. And the next thing I brought in here is a Toblerone because I love chocolate. It's my favorite. I mean, not just this chocolate, kind of any chocolate, but over time I've gotten a little pickier with my chocolate because I realize that there is a good and a bad way to eat chocolate. And Toblerone is a pretty good one for only like $3. So I love Toblerones. They're my favorite. Absolute favorite. Okay, I put a book in here too, just in general, because I love to read. This is Little Women. I'm reading it right now, and it's amazing. Have you guys seen the movie with Florence Pugh, the new one? There's the old one too with what's her face that was Mary Jane and Spider-Man. That was the original one that I watched, and now I watch the Florence Pugh one all the time, like around Christmas time. I'm reading this right now, and it makes me like bawl my eyes out every chapter, and it's not even sad. I don't know, I get really sentimental, and so I cry all the time every time I read. So yeah, and that is all in my Get to Know You bag, but I have some other things too that are not in my Get to Know You bag. I don't know if you guys knew this, but while I started doing music, I actually was going through school and trying to get my bachelor's degree, which is why my videos are very far and few between, or were very far and few between for a long time. I finally did get my bachelor's degree. It's a bachelor's degree in English, specifically in writing studies from UVU down in Orem, Utah. It's an amazing school. Yes, Kirsten Dunst. Thank you. Kirsten Dunst from Little Women. Yes, that was the original Little Women I watched, and it was amazing. Anyway, yes. So this is my degree. Love it. Took me 4 years to complete it, plus tons of years of high school, obviously, in elementary school. I love school. I love academics. And it's actually been really hard to not be in school. I finally graduated in May, and I put so much of myself and my purpose into my academics, and I kind of did music on the side. And now that I'm done with academics, I'm kind of like, what do I do now? But I love researching. I love talking academically. I love talking about social issues, politics. I love talking about rhetoric. That's specifically what my major is about, is rhetoric. So it's basically how you can use words in the English language to, you know, it's kind of persuade. So a lot of like pre-law students take that and try and get that major. Anyway, I really love it. But yeah, it's been a little challenging to not be in school. I feel kind of antsy, and I love to stay busy. So I'm completely lost every time I don't have. Oh, hi. Someone just said hi. I feel really lost every time I don't have anything to do. So other than music, now that school's done, now that I'm not working towards a degree of any sorts, I have like 4 different jobs, and I just run to those jobs. I'm basically like a glorified temp, but I work at a Pilates studio and an aesthetic studio. And then I also teach piano and violin lessons. And then I teach hip hop, I teach dance, and I love it. It's so fun. Do you really like school? No, Queen, but school makes me frustrated. Dude, school makes me frustrated too. Honestly, there were so many times where school made me frustrated, but let me just tell you, let me just put it all out there for you really quick. High school sucks. At least for me, it sucked. I don't want to like bag on anyone who loved high school, and high school was like the peak of their existence. For me, high school was horrible. Middle school is okay. Middle school is like when you're trying to find yourself and you don't really know what's going on. High school, for me, I was so ready to just get out of high school. college was a total step up because you have that kind of independence. You're studying what you want to study. You still have some things you have to study, but you're studying a lot of what you want to study, and it feels like you're being driven by passion and by a purpose as opposed to doing what people say you're supposed to do. That's only if you go to college because you want to go to college. If you go to college because you think you should go to college, college might suck for you too. But it just depends. If you have a passion and you want to pursue something, college is awesome. If you don't, do your thing. Go start your own business, learn from the internet. There's so much to learn on the internet. My producer, he knows everything that he knows because of YouTube and books. He never went to college for it, and he's amazing, as you guys can see, because I have 10,000 subscribers because of the amazing work he does for me. So yeah, love school. Didn't really love high school. You don't have to love high school. Just get through it. Once you get through it, if you want to be done, be done. If you don't, then go to college and find what you want to do. It's amazing. I'm in high school now and it's so hard and I want to be smart, but sometimes it just makes me stressed. I get it. And there's so many subjects that you have to be smart in, and brains work in so many different ways. You know what I mean? So you could be really scientifically driven, but not very good with social sciences or not very good with like liberal arts. It all depends. I mean, it all changes. It's really tricky, but keep going. You got it. I believe in you. If you're not good at something, that's okay. Keep working on it. If you don't want to keep working on it, you don't have to be good at everything. Once you graduate high school, no one's going to be like, okay, how do you find the diameter of this room? You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen. So congratulations. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for subscribing. You guys are the best. I love you so much. Anyway, yeah, you don't have to be smart at everything. You don't. You don't have to know all the words. You don't have to know all of the math equations. You don't have to know all the science. I never took physics. I still don't understand physics. It's fine. I just know that gravity is a thing. And that's why I'm sitting down instead of floating right now. And that's why we're here. So anyway, but yeah, so English and social sciences is definitely, and my like humanities is kind of where I go towards. I could talk about those all day. Here's a picture of me when I was a baby. I thought I'd pull it out. Isn't it cute? I was 7 days old. My mom said that I was a cute baby, but that might not be very cute. Look, I'm kind of making this face. Does it resemble me? Thank you. I'm happy you think it's cute. I feel like babies are kind of like, you know, not that they're not cute, but people are like, look at my baby. Isn't she cute? And you're like, she kind of looks like a potato, but I know you think she's cute, so she's cute. Anyway, yeah. I always say the important thing you need to know, in elementary school. True. Elementary school is the foundation. As long as you passed elementary school, you're good to go, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, yeah, here's a little baby picture of me. Here's a picture of me with my older sister, Angie. It's obviously ruined a little bit on the side because of a flood we had in our basement. That's my sister, Angie, right here. Sorry, guys. I'm showing my Instagram live too. And that's me right there on the seat. So cute, adorable. I have 3 siblings. I have 2 older siblings and 1 younger sibling. My 2 older siblings, my brother is 2 years older than me, and he has a band. It's called Fired Pilots. If you ever want to go check them out, they do a lot of rock. If you really like if you really like not Fired Pilots, if you really like Foo Fighters, wow, just absolutely forgot their names. Sorry, David Grohl, love you. If you really like Foo Fighters, they're kind of up that alley, so definitely check them out. He's 2.5 years older than me. And then my sister is 4 years older than me. And then I was the youngest for 13 years. So I was the baby of the family, treated as such. And then when I was 13, my mom had a surprise baby. So I have a younger sister who's 13 years younger than me. So I'm 23 and she's 10. It's literally insane. I don't understand. But we're really close, my younger sister and I, which is crazy. We kind of have this relationship where we've never fought because we're so far apart that we don't have to fight. We just kind of get along. She listens to me and I listen to her, and she's cute. She's in elementary school right now and going through drama with boys. You know how it goes in elementary school. And then this was me in kindergarten. So this is when I was like 5 or 6. Look at that side part. Look how huge my forehead looks. Oh, bro. Sorry, the light. Oh my gosh. Look, is my forehead still that big? I think my forehead's bigger now. Wow. So I really peaked at this time in my life. This was when I was in elementary school. I lost 2 of my front teeth and 2 of my bottom teeth so I could stick my tongue through my teeth like this. And so I did that for my picture. And then my mom was like, you can't do that. You have to actually like smile for real and not stick your tongue out all weird. So then I didn't do that and I had to retake the picture. So this is what that looks like. Super cute. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. Just to reiterate, this is my dinosaur Murphy. Do you like him? He's cute, huh? He's weighted, and so you can lay. I like it. Isn't he cute? You can lay him on your chest while you're watching shows, and he's weighted, and it makes you feel so less stressed, which I am stressed and have anxiety all the time. So we love Murphy. He's our favorite. He's a great plug-in for therapy. So yeah. Now on to some music stuff because I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about me since you guys have been watching me. Some of you guys for 2 years, some of you guys have been watching me for, just the last 3 months. So I kind of want to talk about music, why I do it, all of that. How did you get into music? Great question. I have been singing my whole life. I love to sing. It's my favorite, but I wasn't vocally trained until I was about 16 or 17. So a lot of my singing, a lot of my practicing kind of came with incorrect technique because I didn't really know how to sing. But I loved to sing and I knew I wanted to sing for a long time. Congratulations. Thank you so much. 10K. Whoop. Anyway, I knew I wanted to sing and I knew I wanted to get somewhere with it. But when I was in high school, I didn't know where to start, didn't know who to turn to. And also, on top of that, production and music is really, really expensive. And so I was like, how am I going to get into this? Because my family, we're about middle class, so I didn't really know what to do. My mom works full time. My dad is chronically ill and disabled. And I knew I was going to get help from them, but then I'm a full-time high school student trying to figure out how to make the money. And it was really, really hard to be in that position and feel a little bit like I wasn't ever going to be able to reach my goals due to a financial issue. But I kept pushing. I kept going. I kept trying. I kept meeting people. I entered into this performing arts group when I was a senior in high school, and I kind of started performing a little bit more to try and get a feel of what that felt like. And I loved the rush. I simultaneously hated the rush because it gave me so much anxiety, but I love performing. I love that kind of thing. And then when I was 19, I was on Tinder and I matched with someone named Benny Rhodes. And he is the main guy in the project Scarlet City. And if you guys don't know, I later released a song with Scarlet City called Dangerous. So I matched with this guy on Tinder. Crazy. We talked all the time, but we never dated. We didn't do anything. We just talked about music. And then one day he was like, hey, I need a collaborative singer to help me with a new song I want to do. And I was like, I'm totally down. It was super nice because he was paying for it himself. And I was like, cool, this is a great start to go into it and not have to worry about finance. So it was during COVID, so we couldn't meet in person. So we would meet over, is it Messenger, like Facebook? It's kind of like FaceTiming, but it's on Facebook. We would meet and we would songwrite. He showed me the piano. So I didn't make the piano chords for Dangerous. That was actually him. He showed me the piano and I was in charge of making the lyrics and the melody. And so he would be like, this is kind of the vibe I want, toxic relationship. I was like, I know everything about toxic relationships. So don't worry. I will be very good at writing this for you. So anyway, so I wrote the song. I came in to a producer's studio in June of 2020 and we recorded the song finally, and it was awesome. And I have never felt a rush so big than when I was sitting in the vocal booth and absolutely belting, and I just felt like I was where I was supposed to be. And that was kind of the start of it. The producer that I was working with, he had pretty reasonable rates. He was pretty affordable. And I, for once in my life, felt like there was like a light at the end of the tunnel. I could make a lot of effort to, save that money and get where I need to go and go in and do my best. Here, one second. My Instagram live connection is poor. Let me change it really quick. I think it's reconnected. I'm sorry, Instagram. Hopefully this works. My bad. Anyway, so I finally felt like there was a light at the end of the tunnel. I was like, oh my goodness, I can actually, afford doing music, and I can afford doing what I love. And it sucks so much that some of the things that we love most takes a lot of stuff that we don't have. It takes money, it takes time, it and some people don't have that, especially if you don't have the privilege, right? Especially if you have to work often, especially if you are barely making ends meet anyway. It's really hard to then set money aside and be able to go and work on music. And I chose to do that. So I took a lot of time. I donated plasma. I have like scars on my arms. It looks like I shoot up. I don't. I was donating plasma so I could get money so that I could come in here, so that I could pay for sessions and get some stuff recorded and finally, make my music career something professional and take it to the next level. So anyway, I was coming in here every month. I'm at the studio right now. I was coming in here every month trying to get somewhere with my music. I was saving money. I was working with the producer hands on a lot. And I finally released my first song 2 months later in August, and that was How Love's Supposed to Be. And that was my original song. I wrote that song when I was 17. And it was really close to my heart, near and dear. I'd had it on me for so many years, and I finally wanted to release it. And so I did in August, and the feedback was small. I'll be honest, it was very small, because you can't expect to release your first song and have it get so big, right? It takes a lot of time. And so I waited. I just waited. I kept releasing stuff. I kept going. It's really hard to see those low numbers, but at the same time, that has nothing to do with your talent or your goals. It just has to do with time and consistency. And so I kept up with that consistency. Even before I was producing music with this producer, I was doing YouTube videos in 2019. And a lot of those were just live videos of me trying to, do the best I could, and they sounded okay. I still have them up. So if you ever want to go watch them for fun, you totally can. It's a part of my journey. So I always want to keep them up because I feel like that shows my progression, and I'm proud of it. I'm super proud of it. And I'm super grateful for all of you, because without you, I wouldn't be where I am now. So anyway, so released Dangerous finally January of the next year. I believe it was 2021 when I finally released Dangerous with Scarlet City. And it had a really, really good, people loved it. The feedback was amazing. It's not up my alley in the same way that this YouTube channel is. A lot of the stuff I do on YouTube is piano based and ballad based. Dangerous is a little bit more pop based. Obviously, everything I sing is pop because it kind of follows that popular music structure. But it had a lot more production behind it, and a lot of my originals are more piano and ballad based because I love to focus on those vocals. You know what I mean? I love vocals. I can appreciate a good vocalist anywhere. I think that vocals are not underrated, because if you know your stuff and you have good taste, you like vocals too. Vocals can convey so much emotion, but they're also so important to make a good song. And you have to be able to be, really, you have to have a lot of back and forth. I don't know, for lack of a better word, a lot of back and forth. I'm an English major and I can't remember the word. But you have to be able to belt when you want to belt, but also be quiet and soft and have low tones and emotional tones and vulnerable tones. You can't belt the whole time, because if I was singing at a belt the whole time, it becomes less impressive and it becomes less emotional, because it sounds like I'm just, I'm just doing what people find most impressive. It actually a lot of work to be able to go really high and really low and really soft and really loud and have that emotion that really helps you connect to your audience. And on YouTube, that's where I find the most connection with my audience, because you not only hear me, it's not just Spotify, it's not just Apple Music, you also get to see me. It's both. It's video, it's visual. And so I feel like I get to sing to you guys, and that is like unreal. I love it. I love singing with you guys. I love singing to you guys. I love when you listen. I love when you comment. Yeah, it's my favorite. I'm just so grateful. I hope that's coming across enough. I'm so grateful to have you guys here and to, have some listeners. Like, that is something that 6-year-old Kaisa would have never imagined could happen. Who inspired you as a musician? Oh, so many people inspired me as a musician. I grew up listening to a lot of Taylor Swift. A lot of my albums that I bought were Taylor Swift. And no matter what you want to say about Taylor Swift, she's an amazing songwriter. I love Taylor Swift. I have probably all of her first 4 albums memorized. Once 1979 came out, I didn't really buy any of her albums after because I had Spotify, so I could listen to her on Spotify. And then she took her stuff off Spotify, and then I didn't really listen to her as much anymore. But now that she's back on Spotify, I get to listen to her again. She's an amazing songwriter. I wouldn't say that she inspires me much vocally, but definitely songwriting. She's awesome. She's so creative. Her music videos are unbelievable. They're probably some of my favorite music videos. She knows how to tell a story music video wise. But in terms of vocals, Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato has a strong voice, an amazing strong voice. Kelly Clarkson, one of my favorite vocalists. I listened to her all growing up. Whitney Houston, obviously. Whitney Houston, by far the queen. And Christina Aguilera. So just those really big vocals. Something that I would like to get better at, though, is those runs. Christina Aguilera has that strong, high voice and then that really beautiful, deep, rich tone. But she's also super good at those runs. And I want to get better at runs. Kind of like Tori Kelly. Tori Kelly has amazing runs. Same with Ariana Grande. It's kind of that R&B kind of style. I didn't really grow up listening to R&B. Before I had the choice to listen to my own music, my dad played a lot of 80s and 90s classic rock. So I listened to a lot of things. I listened to Metallica, and I listened to AC/DC, and I listened to a lot of Kings of Leon, and I still do. Kings of Leon is probably one of my favorite bands, along with One Republic. But vocally, when I finally actually started getting into vocals and recognizing them, that, like I said, Kelly Clarkson, Whitney Houston, Christina Aguilera, and I can really appreciate a good run. Ariana Grande, Tori Kelly, all of those, and I want to get better at those. So yeah, any relatively unknown artists. Ooh, I have so many. I have a lot of good local artists that I could plug. A lot from Utah. Utah is the hub for amazing local musicians. Let me just say, if you ever want to find a good musician, please look locally. There are more people in your town that sing than you ever would realize. Relatively unknown artists in terms of singing, yes. I'm trying to think of her name. Shoot, it slipped my mind. I wouldn't say that she's very popular, but there's a song by her that I love. I'm looking it up right now, so give me just 1 second. It's called Love Me, and it's by Sid Franklin. She's awesome, and I don't really know the last time she released anything. When I was looking at her artist page last on Spotify, it didn't seem like she had very recently. But Love Me, in terms of vocals, I could listen to her vocals all day. She's amazing. In high school, Duffy. I used to listen to Duffy all the time because I had an old 2001 Taurus Ford, and I wasn't able to hook my phone up to Bluetooth or hook it up to aux. So I listened to Duffy, and I wouldn't say she's unknown. A lot of people really, really like Duffy. And in the early 2000s, a lot of people really liked her, but she hasn't released stuff very much lately. I believe I watched an interview with her, and she hasn't released stuff lately, especially after I think she got kidnapped. And she was released. And then after that, she was so traumatized that she didn't really release anything else, which just makes me it breaks my heart for her. But her songs are amazing. Rockefeller, I can't remember what it's called. Rockefeller Bridge, Rockefeller Road. What's the album called? By Duffy. Let's look it up. It's called Rock Fairy. Sorry. It's called Rock Fairy. I listened to her Rock Fairy album all through high school. And that's what really kind of introduced me to that soulful, bluesy, kind of brassy tone that you can find in a voice. Duffy. Duffy has that. It kind of has this kind of down to earth, groundy kind of voice. And I love it. I love her voice. I think that she is so talented. Yes, it's a tragic story about Duffy. Yes, it is. Pray for her. Absolutely. I hope she's doing better. I mean, trauma takes so long to, unwind. But anyway, Duffy was who I listened to all through high school. And then Grace, who is now called Say Grace. Her song, the You Don't Owe Me song that she collaborates with G-Eazy, that's the singer. However, if you actually look up her original stuff, if you look up Say Grace, She has an original album, and again, I wouldn't say that she's underground, relatively unknown. Again, on Spotify, she has 2 million monthly listeners, but her album FMA is super good, and that also inspired me in high school. My high school friend and I would listen to FMA all the time, and she kind of has that same kind of soulful sound, that beautiful tone. It's super rich and chocolatey. It's my favorite tone. And like I said, it's not even in the high notes, it's also in the low notes. Like, she kind of pulls it everywhere. I'll have to get back to you, Tom, about the relatively unknown artists. I have a lot of liked songs on my Spotify. I'm one of those psychopaths that go to my liked songs and just click shuffle. I also do have playlists that I create. I love curating playlists, but I'm one of those crazy people that I literally click shuffle and then random stuff will come on. One, it'll be a heavy metal song. The next song that plays will be a classical song. And then the next song that plays, I mean, it just, yes. Thank you, Brittany. Same. Thank you. I mean, and I have such a broad taste. It's so fun to just click shuffle on like songs and hear a country song and then hear the soundtrack for Harry Potter movie 7. You know what I mean? Like, I just get to hear so many different songs when I click like. So I have a lot of liked songs that are relatively probably unknown artists that you probably wouldn't know or hear very much of, but I haven't dove into their all of their songs and all of their albums, which is, oh, there's some thunder going on, sorry guys, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because as a musician I appreciate when people dive into my songs, so I need to be better about doing that. But I'm so busy with work and school, so when I drive I just click shuffle and I listen to different songs. In terms of like my favorite genre, I bet Spotify would say my favorite genre is pop, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, it's probably pop. And it's because a lot of songs fall under the line of pop because we follow that pop structure of the verse, pre chorus, chorus, second verse, pre chorus, chorus, and then a bridge, and then a final chorus. My songs even follow that same structure. So I would technically be considered pop, but maybe with more of some soul or ballads or cinematic, you know. But anyway, so yeah, I think I listen to a lot of pop also because I'm a hip hop teacher aside from singing. So I like listening to pop so I can feel the beats, so I can feel how to move, all those kind of fun things. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. I was going to show you guys. I told you that I bought all the Taylor Swift albums, and here they are, alive and in the flesh when I was young growing up. I used to listen to Speak Now. This is the album Speak Now, but I used to listen to the song Speak Now while I was cleaning my room, and I would turn around and I would pretend like I was singing in front of my school, because who doesn't do that, right? We all pretend. I was pretending that I was singing in front of my school, and then I would like flip around. I had a whole entire like choreographed thing to Speak Now, so that's really embarrassing. But if Taylor Swift ever sees this, I'd be happy to show you, Taylor. I'd be happy to dance for you. Yeah. So anyway, what are your goals with music? I have a lot of goals with music. I will give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of what's to come. My next cover video song is coming out in 2 weeks on October 12th. So mark your calendars, say hurrah. I'm super excited about that one. It's a little bit different than what I normally do, a little bit different song choice than what I would normally choose. So really excited about that. October 12th. It's in 2 weeks. Not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that. And then when is my next original song coming out? I just barely filmed a music video for an original song. I did a collaboration with another amazing local Utah artist, and it's awesome. I will share a little sneak peek. Maybe I'll share some pictures or a little bit of a video or something on my community posts. So if you guys want to go check those out, I will definitely make sure to do that. Maybe I'll do it on Instagram too. I do post a lot more updates on my Instagram than I do on my YouTube community, only because YouTube community only allows you to post pictures or just write or post like a poll, which is good sometimes, but it's really awesome to kind of get like some variety of different updates. So Instagram is nice because I do stories, I do reels, I do posts. If you want to go follow me there, you totally can. It's Kaisa Keller. Anyway, but my next original, I don't know when it's coming out. There's not a release date set for it, but it's coming out soon. As far as goals, I do have some goals. I have an EP that I'm working on right now. It's a 5-song EP and it's original music, and I'm hoping to release it sometime next year. I have 2 of the songs done. I just need to do the other 3. But the EP is really awesome. I don't want to share too much, but I will say that my EP is the theme 5 stages of grief. So, and each song kind of represents those different stages. I'm super excited about it. And yeah, keep your eyes up for that. And then I wanted to kind of go over this with you guys. Oh, Tom White. Do you follow any other artists, famous or unknown, on social media? Yeah, Tom, I follow a lot of unknown and famous artists on social media. I have to look them up to see who they are, but I follow a lot of obviously famous ones because I'm inspired by a lot of them. Unknown wise, a lot of them are local. Definitely check out Anxiety. He's a local Utah artist and he's super awesome. And I have a lot of other really niche kind of Utah artists that I will plug after this live is over. I will put them on my Instagram story. Also, if you're watching this right now and you're like, I want to be plugged in that, just let me know and I will put you up there. I do know some really good local artists. They're awesome. Artists famous, yes. I follow Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande, Cardi B, Kelly Clarkson. I follow Whitney Houston, even though she's passed. Rest in peace. Love her, though. I will say growing up, my favorite YouTube singer was Christina Grimmie, and she also passed away. It was my goal to do a song with her, and I'm so devastated that she passed away. It was a horrible, tragic story, but she has an amazing voice. Speaking of vocalists that inspired me, she was one of them. She just has an amazing voice. She inspired me in so many ways, actually. She did a lot of lives kind of like these, and she knew the longest word in the English dictionary, and I learned it because she knew it. It's pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcaniconiosis. And Christina Grimmie would always say that, and I thought it was so funny. Anyway, she's super awesome. I'm super sad she passed away. Unfortunately, she lost her life to gun violence at a show that she was performing at. But anyway, so I follow Christina Grimmie, even though she's passed also. You can go check out who I follow, and you can kind of see who they are. There's a lot of different people. I follow kind of some of the upcoming artists too, like Grace Porter, and there's this one, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but it starts with an L, and I love her. She's awesome. She does some really good songs. So again, I'll make sure to go back on my Instagram and post some of these people. But anyway, goals with music. Like I said, I have a new cover video coming out in 2 weeks. I have an original song. It's all been done. The music video is being edited as we speak. It just does not have a release date yet, but it's awesome. It's called Power. It's a really good song. And it's basically, I'll tell you the theme of it. It's basically a song about, have you guys ever had a relationship or been in a relationship or even a friendship where you were underappreciated and undervalued and underestimated? Because that's what the song is about. And it's about kind of holding on to those relationships and then later realizing that you're worth more than those relationships. So it's actually quite an empowering song, which is very hard for me to write because I'm very used to not writing empowering songs. I'm very used to writing sad songs because it's just so much easier for me to pull out that sadness and write about that sadness. Yes, Brittany, thank you. It's so easy to like write about that sadness. But it's actually such an empowering song. It's a song about finding yourself and finding your self-worth and recognizing that you don't have to put your self-worth into other people to be happy. So I'm super excited about this song release. It should be super awesome. Hey Queen, how are you? How's work going, Lauren? Anything exciting and fun? Anyway, it's going to be super awesome. Again, release date is unknown, but it should be really good. And then after that, I am planning on releasing on YouTube every 2 weeks because I feel like the month to month and a half releasing is not enough. I don't get to interact with you guys enough. You don't get to interact with me enough. It's just not enough, is it? But it's really, really hard because, like I said at the beginning of this live, I have 4 jobs. And if you include music, 5. So I have a lot of stuff I'm doing. And so that's why it's so hard to actually get my songs and get my videos out there. However, good, we just finished listening to your song in TRX class. Thank you for listening to my music in your fitness class. That's awesome. Were you crying the whole time? Because my songs are so sad. They're not like pump up songs. They're like, oh my gosh, I hate everyone. So anyway, but thanks for listening to my music, guys. That's awesome. Yeah. So anyway, I feel like it's not enough. I need to see you guys more. I need to be around you guys more. These videos that are every 2 weeks, they're going to be actually solely live videos. They're not going to be like the videos you're used to, that are more produced and more well done, like steak, more well done. Anyway, they're going to be so stupid. They're going to be a little bit more intimate, kind of like when I post my shorts and I just have my camera in front of me and I'm singing and playing. That's how I think these videos are going to be, because those videos take the least amount of time. And if you want to see me more, then you kind of, have to take and give. So you're going to see me more, but it's not going to be as well produced. However, if you like to listen to my music and my voice, hopefully that will be enough. We will also release produced videos as well. I don't know when the every other week thing is going to start. I'm thinking Novembuary, February and November. It's a new month I made up. I'm thinking November because I'm so busy in October, but we will see. What's your dinosaur's name? Oh, my dinosaur's name is Murphy. If you guys weren't here, his name's Murphy, and I lay him on me, and he's weighted, and he feels so nice, and he lays on your chest and makes you feel less anxious. I'll put him on my lap too and pet him so that he feels good. Anyway, so many unsigned excellent artists struggling to make a living. What advice would you give? That's a good question, Tom. If you're an unsigned artist and you're struggling to make a living, one, keep pushing, because just when you think you're not going to make it, you're probably about to make it. Which is so cliche, and everyone says that all the time. They're like, guys, just when you think you're going to give up and you're not going to make it, you're going to make it. But honestly, trust that. It's kind of like if you were lost in the forest and you were lost and you had days without water and you didn't know where water was. They always say that the moment that you are going to give up is where you're closest to water. And when you can't find water, it's because water runs downhill. And so you're going to find it at the bottom. And so you just have to keep trudging through until you find your water, And even then, I mean, struggling to make a living. Here's what I think about music. I read a book. It's called How to Make It in the Music Industry, maybe. I can't remember, but I'll also plug that for you, Tom. And he gave some excellent advice about music. And the advice is basically, it's basically you have to do all or nothing with music, which is hypocritical of me to say because, like I said, presently I work 4 jobs. However, you have to work a little bit and play the game a little bit so that you can make some money, because I couldn't afford to do music. I couldn't afford to live if I didn't have money. And if music isn't bringing in money, I have to find money somehow. This is what this guy said. He said, music should be your main priority. It should be technically your full-time job. If you can, have a full-time job for 6 months and save all that money. And then once you have your 6 months and your 6 months is up, take all that money and put it towards music for a year and see what happens. Just go full-time every day. Write music on Mondays. On Tuesdays, produce them. On Wednesdays, edit. On Thursdays, do content. On Friday, do content. There's so many different things. Make it your full-time job and see where it gets you. And if it doesn't get you anywhere, you'll know. But if it does, which if you do it right, it will, then you kind of have it all laid out for you. However, for me, this is what I do. I do part-time. I don't take any promotions at my other jobs. I don't do anything. I am very busy. Like I said, 4 jobs. I have 4 jobs that I can be kind of lenient with my schedule, but I go around and I make sure that I make time for my music. So Wednesdays and Sundays are my music days, and every other day I work. And when I'm ready to do music, I work on music so hard and I make sure I'm consistent. But basically, this book talked about how you have to do music full time. It is a full-time job. It's not a part-time job. I don't have the ability yet to do full-time. However, because of your guys' awesome support, all of the comments, subscribing, the views, everything, I have been able to actually see some sort of future with music. And that has been so exciting. And again, this is why we're here. Thank you for 10K subscribers on YouTube. That literally means the whole world. It makes me feel like there's a potential future with music and with making a life out of music. And that is so awesome. But Tom, keep pushing. Don't stop. You got it. Living in Fiction said, build your team. Yes, build your team. Please build your team. Managers help. Booking agents help. Producers, directors, videographers, everything. Make connections, build your team, and then obviously make money so that you can then push it into music. And you it'll be a stalemate for a few years. Like I said, I've been working on music for 3 years and I haven't seen anything come from it until this year. So it kind of looks like this. You just kind of break even all the time, and then eventually you'll start rising. Also be really, really knowledgeable about what people like and what people look forward to in the music industry and what your listeners want. Do things obviously because you want to do them. That actually makes the best musician. Do things that you're passionate about. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, there's a possibility that people will recognize that. Over screen, over recording, people will tell that you're not passionate. Don't do pop and rap if you don't want to do pop and rap. Don't do ballads if you don't want to do ballads. However, I think if you do what you're passionate about, not me, I can't sing a note. Oh, okay, that's okay. I actually think anyone that can speak can sing. It just takes a lot of practice. But I do think if you're working hard in the music industry and you're trying to get somewhere and go somewhere with it, you do have to be passionate about what you do, but you also have to be aware about what your audience wants. And a lot of times audiences do like high quality content, and audiences do like when you are interacting, and audiences do like this. So you kind of have to find that good middle ground of being yourself and staying true to yourself, but also making sure that you're doing things that your audience and your listeners, who made you, that's who makes you, right? Your listeners are who make you. They're the ones that give you the views. They're the ones that give you the support. And so in a strange way, their advice and their opinions matter more. Which I was going to say, next time I go live, I want to do a live write my own song with you live. I think it'd be really fun to write a song with you guys and see what you guys think. What's the craziest thing that happened during a music video shoot? The craziest thing that happened during a music video shoot was my Dangerous music video shoot when I lit a piano on fire. And I don't normally condone lighting instruments on fire, but this was a piano that we got from, I think it was like KSL, and it was like $10 or something like that. And it was absolutely falling apart. The seams, the back end of the piano was already falling off. You couldn't even push the keys in sometimes. Like some of the keys wouldn't even play. It was so bad. And at the end of the video shoot, we lit the piano on fire and I had to sing in front of it. We were out in the middle of nowhere. It was kind of deserty, but you know how deserts have dry foliage, and so there's dry foliage all around. It was definitely dangerous because we lit a piano on fire and there's dry foliage all around, and it was windy. And so I'm singing. It's September. It's kind of windy, kind of getting that fall feeling. We light the piano on fire. I'm singing in front of the camera, and the flames and the sparks, because of the wind, start flying backwards towards the foliage behind us. And we were like, okay, we're gonna get charged. We're gonna get charged with arson. We just lit the whole desert on fire. Oh no. But we had to stop the video. I kept going. I kept singing because I'm a professional. What can I say? I kept singing. But then once the camera guy put his camera down, I was like, okay, time to help. So we grabbed sand and we were throwing it at the piano and throwing it at the weeds, making sure that the weeds weren't like on fire and, making us get charged with, again, arson. So we're like throwing stuff, making sure it's good. It took a second, actually. The dirt, like the suppression of oxygen was not working. So it took a minute for the fire to actually get out. But we were good. We were safe. The Dangerous video looked awesome ultimately with the piano on fire. You just don't know that behind the scenes when we lit that piano on fire, we almost accidentally lit the whole desert on fire too. And that's on being reckless. But, anything for the creativity, I'll do anything for the video. So yeah, super fun. Anyway, this was a super fun live. Do you guys have any questions for me? Any more that you've already asked? I know you guys have kind of asked questions and done things, but like I said, I'm so, so grateful for my listeners, my subscribers. You guys are amazing. You make me so, so happy. I'm really looking forward to releasing more content, putting more things out there for you guys. I can't wait for what's to come, and I can't wait to have you guys along with me. I feel so grateful and so blessed. And I'm going to keep working hard for you guys. I'm going to keep releasing stuff and making sure that you guys have stuff to watch and everything. Random things, fashion or comfort. I'm going to make a poll. Tell me if you prefer fashion or comfort better, and I will tell you what I prefer. I can ask you guys questions as a poll in the chat, and you guys can answer it. Isn't that cool? And there were no typos in it. I was worried I was going to have some typos. Fashion over comfort. Some people say comfort over fashion. Which one's better? 100% fashion so far. Wow. 50% fashion, 50% comfort. Okay. Comfort, Tom. Feeling comfort. I get it. I'm wearing sweats right now, so obviously today I chose comfort. 75% comfort. You have 10 more seconds. Here, I'm gonna go like this. It's gonna feel like Jeopardy. Do 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 do. Okay, answers are in. 75% comfort, and I agree with you. Comfort over fashion, 100%. You look fashionable. Thank you. I actually only get ready when I know I'm going to see you guys. So I'm basically dating all of you. Yeah, I'm wearing sweats though, but then I'm wearing these shoes. I got them from a thrift shop for $5, and they're awesome. They basically look like knockoff Balenciagas, and I love them. But yes, comfort, 100%. Love comfort. Comfort over fashion, except for when I need to be fashionable. Then I'm like, guys, I want to look fashionable. And then I go to the nines. I dress to the nines. So it's kind of all or nothing for me, you know? I'm gonna do another poll. This is really random, and you're not gonna see it until I release it because I think it's so funny. Okay, and the poll is released. What is the color of my toothbrush? Is it blue or is it pink? It's a tricky one. I know you guys have never seen my toothbrush before. So while you guys answer it, I'm gonna go grab my toothbrush. I'll be back. Okay, I'm hiding it behind my back. Okay, 10 seconds. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And the answer is it's blue. I actually wish it was pink though. I just got this from my dentist. If he said you could have a pink toothbrush, I would have gotten the pink toothbrush. But he just gave me this generic blue one. But blue kind of feels like both are okay. Yeah, it's true. Both are okay. Blue kind of feels like more clean, you know? Like when you're brushing your teeth with a blue toothbrush, you're like, "Wow, I'm really clean. I'm really going to the nines with my toothbrush." When it's pink, you're kind of like, "Am I clean? I'm not so sure." But I would rather have a pink toothbrush than a blue one, although obviously both are fine. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple more things and then I'm going to end the live. I'm going to show you my favorite pair of shoes lately. They're my Steve Maddens. Aren't they cute? I love them. They're so cute. They're my favorite pair of shoes. And also, they give me fall vibes because we're heading into fall. I just got them a couple weeks ago for my birthday. My birthday was on September 9th. I'm 23 now, and I'm really old and wrinkly, and I'm basically going to die tomorrow. So, really not looking forward to that. But, really looking forward to these shoes. Really love them. Although they're not very comfortable, so I don't wear them very often. So it was comfort. Just what is the age range of your fans? I don't know. I think my age range of my fans is actually 18 to 24. So 18 to 24-year-olds are actually getting smarter over time, shockingly enough. This is very fashionable. Obviously, this isn't a comfort choice, although Steve Madden's are pretty comfortable, I will say. I've only worn them a couple times. I just wore them in my most recent video shoot. That's for my new song that's going to come out. I don't know when. It's a surprise. Anyway, these are awesome, but I don't wear them the most. I would say the shoes I wear the most are probably like tennis shoes. Or these, like I said, my Balenciagas that I got from the thrift store. Because I love the thrift store. They're my favorite. And $5, please. Okay, I'm going to do another poll. How many instruments do I play? I'm adding options. I'm making this a 4-question poll. You guys can also answer in the Instagram if you want. How many instruments do I play? Instruments. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, or 4? Okay, we have 100% say 4 so far. Oof, 4 instruments. That's a lot of instruments. You're hilarious. You sound just like your mom. I know my mom is fun, huh? She's so fun. My mom is who I aspire to be. My mom is my absolute hero. She is so amazing. My mom has worked so hard. I think I told you guys this earlier, but my dad, he studied to be a lawyer his whole life. He worked so hard to be a lawyer. And when I was 8 years old, he was diagnosed with chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. And he has been chronically ill ever since. And it was my mom's dream to be a stay-at-home mom, but she wasn't able to do so because of this. And she turned around, worked 5 jobs to provide for our family. And now she owns her own business. And she does a really good, I think she owns like 2 or 3 businesses. And she is an amazing hard worker. Yeah, my mom is my absolute role model. I am so lucky to have her as an example. Anyway, 10 more seconds for the poll. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you. Time is up. Okay, how many instruments do I play? 0% said 1. Good choice. 33% said 2. Pretty close. 50% said 3. And 17% said 4. And the answer is I play 3 instruments. I was going to say 4, but I don't really, it's not that I don't count the ukulele. It's just that I don't really know the ukulele. If I sit down and I look at chords, I can play the chords, but it's more like self-taught. I play the piano. I've played the piano since I was little, as you guys know, because you guys have watched me play the piano. I also play the guitar. In high school, I was the guitarist of the Fired Pilots, the band that I was talking about earlier. We won state battle of the bands. And I don't want to like toot my own horn, but it was for sure because of my guitar skills. Just kidding. I'm also self-taught on the guitar, so I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm as good at the guitar as I am at the piano. And I also play the violin. I started playing the violin when I was in 5th grade. My mom is an amazing violinist, and she taught me. And then after that, I continued on, and I do violin lessons for other people. Brittany says piano, guitar, and voice. Oh, if voice counts, then yes, 4. I guess my voice is my instrument. That's what my vocal teacher always used to say. She'd be like, your voice is your instrument. You have to treat it nice. So drink lots of water and make sure that you're, sucking on, was it lozenges? I always say lozenges. And then I got made fun of the other day for saying lozenges, but it's lozenges. I'm an English major, I guess. But you can take away my degree because I say lozenge. Lozenge? Lozenge? I don't even know. Anyway, the things that you suck in your mouth. Okay, so next, we're going to do 2 more poll questions, and then we'll be all done. I kind of answered this already, but I'm going to do it again because I want to see if you guys were listening. When is my next cover video coming out? Is it coming out in 1 week, or is it coming out in 2 weeks? And it will be with a follow-up poll. And I promise the follow-up poll will reveal some things that you guys don't know about yet with the cover song that I'm going to be doing soon. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds. Is my cover song coming out in 2 weeks or in 1 week? 2 weeks is correct. 100% said 2 weeks. You guys, I feel like a teacher. You're like my students, and you guys are amazing. 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks is correct. It's coming out in 2 weeks. I do that fake run. Have you guys ever seen Parks and Rec? John Raffio, is that his name? And he's like, hey, hey, John Raffio. Like, he always does that kind of stuff. I do that all the time in my day-to-day life because I think it's funny. I used to do ironically, like, to be ironic and to be annoying. And now I actually do it literally. So that sucks because it's become a part of my personality, which is really unfortunate for everyone around me. Yes, my cover song is coming out in 2 weeks. I'm going to tell you, I love Parks and Rec. Same. Parks and Rec is my favorite. I love Parks and Rec. I also love The Office. I don't really compare the two. I just like them both. This is my next poll. Who is the artist of my next cover song? And I have not told you guys this yet. Also, sorry if I spelled their names wrong. I'm going to try my best. Hey, I did 4 artists. You're the cutest. I love you so much. I love you, Nadine. Thank you. Who's the artist of my next cover song? We have Camila Cabello, Charlie Puth, Kelly Clarkson, or Adele. Who could it be? I know this is tricky. This is the last one. And then I'll be able to tell you who the song is by. And then you guys will be like, what song did she sing? And then for the next week, you can listen to all of the artist's songs and be like, would she have covered this song or this song or this song? I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds. Adele, Kelly Clarkson, Charlie Puth, or Camila Cabello. I can't wait for the next songs. Cheers, Kaisa. Thank you so much, and thank you for listening. You're the best. You're amazing. And time is up. End poll. Okay. Camila Cabello, 20%. Kelly Clarkson, 40%. Adele, 40%. And Charlie Puth, 0%. And I hate to break it to you, but it's Charlie Puth. Ah! You guys probably didn't guess that, did you? Obviously not, because it was 0%. I know. And that's why I said earlier, I normally actually wouldn't choose this song that I'm singing for the cover. So I'm really curious what you guys will think about it, because it's not normally what I would sing. And it was actually really hard to sing because it's not normally what I sing. And Charlie Puth's melodies are so creative and they're so all over the place. And I was singing it and I was like, bro, how does he sing this? So it's Charlie Puth. I was going to do Adele originally. I had the piano all produced out. It was Turning Tables. I am planning on releasing Turning Tables, just not yet. Charlie Puth is first. Turning Tables will be later. I love Adele, but it's so hard to live up to Adele. I was going to tell you guys one more story. That was the last poll. So Charlie Puth in 2 weeks, cover song. Can't tell you what it is yet. I'll tell you in a week. Check out my community posts and stay up to date, and you'll be able to figure it out. The last thing I was going to say is the hardest cover I've ever done. I wanted to tell you guys this story really quick. The hardest cover vocally that I've ever done is Chandelier by Sia. And if you guys have listened to my cover of that song, I want you guys to know I actually re-recorded that song 2 different times. Because the first time I recorded it, I didn't like the way my high notes hit. And I actually was having a hard time hitting high notes. And I can't even recall the last time I had a hard time hitting a high note. This was the first time in forever that I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot hit this. I even put the key down a half a step from Sia's original Chandelier song. Sia's original Chandelier versus the one that I have covered, her song is a half a step higher than mine, and it was still hard for me to hit it. So I recorded it. Then I listened to it, and I hated it so bad. I was like, this sucks. I cannot hit this note. I had to go into my singing teacher and do vocal warm-ups and go over that part, the chorus of that song, because I literally was like, I cannot do this. I do not know how to sing this song. I keep not hitting it. My voice cracks. It's horrible. So anyway, I finally figured it out. I went back and re-recorded it again. Still didn't like it. Re-recorded it one more time. And that is probably one of the most shocking moments in my vocal career in the last 3 years, was the fact that I couldn't hit a high note for the first time in forever. I mean, I've worked so hard on being able to hit high notes. If, by the way, you guys need help hitting high notes, I'll give you guys a couple little tips. Babies can cry for hours on end because they use their breath effectively and because they don't use their muscles when they try and hit high notes. They don't go, ah, trying to get the high notes. They do it like a siren would. Ah! Like that. Sorry if through the speakers, if that sounds horrible. You guys are like, oh my gosh, she's yelling at me. Anyway, if you can't hit a high note, do your siren, your vocal siren warm-ups. Those help so much. And then do it on a vowel. So like, I'm gonna swing from the chandeliers really high. Ah! If you do it with that ah sound and you just go, right? Sorry, off tune. But anyway, so if you go like that and then you actually incorporate the vowels and you incorporate your singing, you're going to be able to hit that high note a lot easier if you use that same technique. But you have to practice and make your body get comfortable and aware of how to sing with that siren sound. Does that make sense? So practice the siren sound, then practice it on melody. So just go, ow! Then practice it on the melody that you're trying to sing. So then you can actually, but do it on a vowel. Don't actually sing it. Don't say, I'm going to swing from the chandelier. You're going to go, ah, right? Like that. Or you can do an E, or you can do an I, or you can do an O and an ah, right? Whatever you want to do. And then you slowly start incorporating your vowels. And that will help you do the right technique so you're not like pulling on your throat and killing yourself. Because you won't be able to last that long. You won't be able to even sing a 3-minute song if you're singing with your vocal like muscles, right? You don't want your muscles to support your voice. You want your breath to support your voice, and you want your muscles to be relaxed. If your body is your instrument as a vocal singer, you want to make sure that your body is relaxed. So anyway, really random, but that's what I learned when I preach. LOL. So true. Yes, it is definitely so important to remember to relax. It's really hard when I'm performing, and especially when I'm performing live, because I'm so anxious, because I'm like, I hope I do well, that I'm like just so tense. I can't even do anything. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Just to go over it. Love hot sauce, love chocolate, love travel. I love language learning, but more importantly, I love Spanish. And I love reading. I'm reading Little Women right now. It's my favorite. I bought all the Taylor Swift albums growing up. She's an amazing songwriter and super creative. I graduated from college in What About Your Dog? Do you guys want to see my dog before I leave? I have a dog. And he's crying. I can hear him. Do you guys want to see him? I'll do a poll really quick. Don't fret. Actually, never mind. We'll just pull him in. He's walking in right now. Hi. Come here. You want to come say hi? This is my dog, Atticus. Atticus, say hi. Say hello. Can you guys see him? No, my Instagram can't see him either. This is my dog, Atticus. Hi, baby. He looks like he's crying blood right now because we need to wash his eyes. Hi, come here. Can you say hi? He'll bark. Watch this. Can you say hi? Say woo. Woo. Never mind. I guess he's not going to. Should I have him in my next video? Oh my goodness. I should have him in my next video. But you guys might hear him cry because he's literally the whiniest baby in the whole entire world. And I treat him like a baby, huh? Don't I? Yeah, I do. See, can you hear him crying? I hope you can hear him crying through the speaker because he absolutely cries all the time and acts like he's starved and beaten when he's actually absolutely spoiled. So he's 9, I think. He's turning 10 in October. And he's cute and he's such a handsome boy. Say hi. Can you say hi? Oh, good job. That was so nice. Guys, that was so cute. Anyway, I should have him in my next video. He should be like laying in the background. But the problem is when we're in the same room, he likes to cry. Because when he cries, then I pet him. Because I'm an enabler. I'm a mom that enables. I'm a pet mom that enables her dog. So basically, he cries all the time and he loves attention. And if I'm not petting him, he'll start crying again. Anyway, he's basically the love of my life. And every single time that I come home from work, I look forward to seeing his face. Huh. Yeah, he's cute. He's nice. Anyway, his name is Atticus. He's actually named after Atticus from To Kill a Mockingbird, the lawyer in To Kill a Mockingbird. So yeah, he's all for, racial equality and stuff like that too. So who wouldn't love a dog like that? And he's a pit bull. He's so cute. He's got the cutest color. Everyone compliments him on his color. Ooh. Yes, I know, Atticus. He's kind of getting a little bit older. So he's got some gray on his face. He started a diet recently because I took him to the vet and they were like, he's way too fat, which is fair because we would feed him a mason jar of food 3 times a day. And I guess no dog is supposed to have that much food. News to me, but he just would eat it all the time. So I figured he was just a hungry boy, you know what I mean? But look at him. He's putting his paw on me. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? So anyway, so he's the sweetest. He's been on a diet. I know. He's lost like 20 pounds. He's probably embarrassed right now because he's like, guys, stop telling him how much weight I've lost. We're just telling you about your victories. You're so amazing. You're so healthy. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Anyway, my favorite. Love him. Love dogs. They're like my favorite animals. I love them so much. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in if you got to at all. I'm so grateful. This went over a lot longer than I thought it would, but I loved spending my hour with you. It was the best morning ever. I will see you soon. 2 weeks for my cover video. Stay tuned for that and more videos to come. I am so excited to keep releasing content for you and to stay consistent and to work hard for you guys because music makes the world go round. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all your support. You guys mean the absolute world to me, and it truly never goes unnoticed. Your guys' support and love never goes unnoticed. So take care. I love you all. I will see you soon. Goodbye.